touch the sky. Oh.
Alright, so it is race day, I guess race morning. Someone starts earlier than all of us. Oh no, it's closed. Okay, so this is gonna be the hard part. Things are closed because of the race. So I'm gonna try to find a way there. Oops. There's people. Oh yeah, already running. Yay, go runners! So we're gonna go find parking, get him started, and then I'll start. And I don't know. I always get nervous with races. Like my stomach feels icky. No, I shouldn't. It does. So I will talk to y'all in a bit. Alright, so still nervous. Yeah, still nervous. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I don't know why I get so nauseous. I'll be okay. Made me gag. So the husband has started. I don't know where he's at. Waiting for Linz and them all to arrive. Don't really know the strategy for this race. Just go and finish and enjoy it because it's the first live race in a while. So. Makes sense to be in May, so I will probably see y'all after the race, if not during, so we'll go from there. Alright y'all, race is done. He didn't die!
I'm still alive.
And what is your unofficial time?
2:12.
Is that a PR for you?
Kinda.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's his PR because he always runs halves with me. I did the 10K, he did the half, so it's the first half he does on his own. And what was the longest run you did?
2 miles.
You're
My
such
train.
a jerk. Such a jerk. People don't like him because he only ran like 3 miles. His last half was Princess, like we've said before. So you're crazy.
It's not my fault.
So started off really, really strong for me. I did gag like 3 or 4 or 5 times before the race started. And then I started to gag like during the race, like mile 2.5. I just got like super nervous, and the wind, so the wind, if you don't know why the wind panics me, it's, I was training for my full marathon in 2015, and I was at the top of a hill, and for whatever reason, like the wind hit my face and I couldn't catch my breath. Like I didn't know what to do. I was about to like tumble down the hill because I couldn't catch my breath. Like I couldn't get any air down. And you are very loud, sir.
Here.
Okay. Are you showing off your medal?
Yes.
Okay. So here's my medal. So I panicked and I somehow managed to get my inhaler, and it just brought back all the memories from like when I wouldn't be able to breathe and I'd have to go to the ER. So it stayed with me. So ever since then, anytime there's like strong wind, I panic, and I didn't used to panic, and now I panic. So I've been working on it because I know it's all anxiety related. It's not necessarily that I can't catch my breath, it's that I think I can't, and then it just rolls downhill from there. So we were at mile 4, and it was like the stretch where it's just hitting your face, and I was like, oh gosh, like I'm not gonna make it. So I'm into a house that had like their garage open just to get like no wind in my face. And I started to like turn around to cut the wind, so I started walking backwards and breathing, like put my head into my shirt and just like calm myself down and talk to myself. And then Michelle, who's with the Slackers, came up behind me and caught up to me, so like I felt better just knowing she was there. And like I felt safe. And then Jay Crows passed us because he was doing the half, so I knew my husband was near because he'd only started like 5 minutes, 7, maybe 10 minutes after him. So I was like, okay, if something happens to me and I collapse on the road, like at least I know my husband's nearby, or at least someone knows like I was here. And you know, I don't know, it's, again, anxiety. And I just kept going and I kept running where I could, and then I'd take it easy. And I was like, well, I'm not going to sacrifice like my health over, you know, over trying to get a PR. So I would just go after miles 4 and 5 were my slower miles. And then I kind of picked it up for mile 6 because it turned. So that was the longest stretch. 4 and 5 were facing the wind. For 6, it kind of turned off, and like again, my anxiety was just like, oh, okay, we turned, you're fine. Had my inhaler in my hand, and I just like talked to myself off the ledge.
I want a Coke.
And go get one.
Want a Coke?
Yeah, get me one. Please. So yeah, so that was my 10K experience. Overall, my unofficial time is a 1:08, which is not terrible at all for me, being that my PR is a 1:06, I believe. So 2 minutes off, and I'm really, really proud of myself and what I've done. And I'm really, really proud of that one because
Hello.
he's out there getting PRs. So that, yeah, so that was our race recap. Isn't that crazy? It was good. It was good. It felt good to be at a live race. I felt pumped at the end when everyone was screaming and yelling. And so I talked to my brother, and one of the memories that I have from him is in all my runs, when things get a little tough, I look at my wrist and I remember that he's with me. And I know it's not the best way to think about things, but I think about, if I was to stop breathing, I may see him. That's the worst that can happen. And it's weird because it kind of helps me calm down when I'm having these anxiety attacks, because it's like, okay, the worst that can happen is you collapse on the floor and either they find you and take you to the hospital, or you just, it's your time and you're gonna, you know, it's gonna be doing what you love. So I was talking to him the entire way. I was like, please, please help me finish this. Just help me finish. Like, help me get through it. Help me calm myself down. So he was always like my voice of reason. And after that episode that I had in 2015, that week before he passed, he told me he worried about me when I ran and that I needed to be careful because he didn't want anything to happen to me. And it was weird because we didn't talk about emotional things. We always, my little brother and I do. I tell him I love him all the time, every day, every second of the day. I call him me loves. My older brother, not so much. Like, it was just like, I knew he loved me. He knew I loved him. He knew I'd lie on a road for him. I knew he'd lie on the road for me, but it wasn't like that way. Like, we weren't, I wouldn't hug him randomly or tell him I loved him. It was like, we just knew. So when he said that to me, that he was worried, it was just random because I wasn't expecting him to say that. And it was, I guess it was his way of letting me know how he felt, and him not really knowing that he was gonna go away, but maybe something in his head was telling him he was gonna go away. So he needed to say that to me, and that stayed with me, that he said, be careful when you run. So that's my memory of him for today, which is perfect because the same thing happened and I was able to talk myself off of it. So hopefully day 8, is it day 8? Yes, day 8 is in the books with a live race, a 10K PR for me, a half PR for him, because he always runs with me and I slow him down. So he got to run his own race and did amazing, and I'm very proud of him, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Peace.
Peace.